Right, how we doing, everybody? Hope you're all good. Here we go. It's Tuesday. It's the 9th of July, 2024. And we're here to take a look at the long-term weather patterns and trends, specifically for the county of Kent. But we will be taking a look at the bigger picture for the UK because obviously it's important to just have a look at the overall synoptic patterns that are going to be jostling our weather around. If you're not aware and you like the content that I provide, please visit Facebook and consider joining the Kent Weather Premium channel. £3.49 a month, but has loads of information in their 3-day update forecast. We look at long-term trends. We look at things like storm events. We're tracking severe weather events. We have a barbecue index, and if you want to know if you want to get your washing on the line, we've got all that sort of information there as well by way of an index. So yeah, please go over it and consider joining and subscribing to that channel. But let's get back to the video in hand, and this is where we normally start, taking a look at the background temperature signals. And well, there you go. No surprises for guessing that once again, we've started July on that cool note, just 13.8 for the first 7 days of the month, 2.1 degrees below the long-term average. And if you look at May 14.1 was actually, as things stand, the warmest month of the year. Things have taken a bit of a downturn. Things have turned quite unsettled, but stick by this forecast. I'm offering you potentially a glimmer of hope on the horizon, but yet there's a lot of water to cross under the bridge before then, excuse the pun, and there will be day-to-day variations. So what we'll now do is we'll just take a look at the current upper air profiles, and today we have got some warmer air pushing up from the south, some really quite warm and humid air a mile up in the sky, but unfortunately that is being sort of suppressed by the fact that we've got rather a lot of rain around today. A lot of this rain is very light, it's drizzly, but there are some heavier bursts in there. And just look towards France. There is still just the chance of some more heavier, organised and potentially thundery weather pushing up this afternoon across the far east of the county of Kent, but I think that risk is currently quite low. So as mentioned, the upper air is warm, but temperatures at the surface once again are relatively suppressed. Top of the hots, 21 degrees at Mildenhall, Royal Air Force Base. 21 is just 70 degrees Fahrenheit, and many other stations are sitting around that 19 or 20 degree mark. But with the cloud, with the rain, it is feeling exceptionally humid today, and that is testament to that rather warm air mass that is in place. Right, so we'll now take a look at the facts chart. This is today, and well, we've got low pressure that's sitting to the west or the southwest of the UK. You've got high pressure over Scandinavia, and we're drawing up this warm and humid southerly flow. However, as we've mentioned, lots of fronts in the mix, so outbreaks of showery rain is the order of the day. Tomorrow, this area of low pressure kind of joins forces with another area of low pressure just to the north, quite a slack feature. So tomorrow, I'm expecting a drier day for many parts of southeast England, just the risk of 1 or 2 showers. And with the breezes still coming in from the southwest at that stage, another warm day tomorrow. By the time we reach Thursday, that area of low pressure has transferred more towards the northeast of the UK. We're starting to draw in more of a westerly, or a northwesterly flow. So temperatures will be starting to ease back a touch, but on Thursday, a relatively dry day. But I think that this weather front will be slowly pushing southwards throughout the course of the day, bringing some showery rain with it. And then by the time we reach Friday, well, there you go. If you're on the premium channel, we are mentioning this potentially thundery rainmaker that's going to be pushing up across many parts of France on Friday, just possibly influencing the far southeast of the UK. So yeah, just something just to be aware of. What we'll now do is we'll take a look at the precipitation play out. We're going to be using the GFS, and we're going to start today. And what we'll do is we'll just push this forward for what should we say, about 10 days. And then what we'll do is we'll take a look at the longer term trends by way of those ensembles. So there you go. This is this afternoon. So rather a lot of cloud, rather a lot of showery rain. Just notice those reds over the near continent. That's that thunderstorm risk that I've kind of mentioned for the far southeast, but it is a low risk. Then, as the evening goes on, a lot of that cloud and rain will die out. It becomes more sort of contained across the borders up towards Scotland. Tomorrow, as I've already mentioned, a drier day, a brighter day, still relatively warm, quite breezy, I would have thought tomorrow, with southwesterly breezes coming in, but temperatures again doing fairly well in the sunshine. I think 24, possibly 25 degrees is on offer for parts of the southeast tomorrow. Fast forward this to Thursday, as we've said already, that area of low pressure starts to push its way into the North Sea. We start to bring in more of a fresher, cooler westerly and then northwesterly flow. And I think you saw on the chart that there was a weather front. What will happen on Thursday throughout the course of the day, that weather front will be moving south and it will be bringing with it some showery rain with it. So, yeah, temperature's a little bit cooler with that rain risk in the south later on in the day. By the time we reached Friday, if you remember, that was the time when we were looking towards France for that area of low pressure, some thundery weather associated with that. That's going to be pushing up. This is what's looking like giving many parts of southeast England a bit of a damp day on Friday, but obviously further west that situation would be improved, because by Saturday you've got an area of high pressure just starting to sit towards the northwest of Scotland. And this is potentially the forerunner for things that could start changing for the better in the longer term. So let's get through the weekend. So Saturday, rather cool. We've still got those northerly breezes, a mixture of sunny spells and showers. Quite cool overnight, I would have thought. But by Sunday, those showers will have largely died out. And by then, by the time we reach Sunday, if we just come back to that, some warmer air starts to push up, but there are the risk of some showers breaking out in many parts of Ireland and perhaps more central and more southwestern parts of the UK. Fast forward to Monday, so there you go. We keep this unsettled theme. That high pressure has been pushed out of the way. Low pressure is back in control to the northeast of the UK. Low pressure is back in control to the southwest of the UK. So once again, rather showery on Monday and even on Tuesday. This is next week. We're back in those westerlies. Rather cool air, west or northwesterlies. Sunshine and showers are the order of that day. By Wednesday, we start to see the first signs of a change. Look down towards the far southwest of the screen, 1022. There's an area of high pressure which is looking as if it wants to slowly push up from the Azores from late Wednesday through to Thursday into Friday next week. So by the time we reach next Thursday, any showers by then are starting to be pushed further north. The jet stream is pushing northwards, and with it, the showers and longer spells of rain. And this is where we are. Friday, the 19th of July, high pressure sitting over the UK, looking though, as things stand, potentially, I'm going to say potentially, it's 10 days away. High pressure comes in, things settle down, the breezes fall light, the temperatures rise. Is this the start of summer? What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to take a look at this is the mean 500 HPA chart. This is a conglomeration of something like 22 model runs that give an average. It's fair to say that on Friday the 19th, there you go, look at that, that's the mean. You've got an 1020 area of high pressure nosing into the southwest of the UK, which is far better than the sort of the 1010s, 1015s, and the low pressure dominated scene that we've seen so far, particularly for a lot of this month and parts of June. So that is the GFS's take, and ECM very similar, if not rather more settled, with this 1020 millibar therm sitting across a good part of the UK with 1025 pushing in from the Azores towards the southwest of the UK. And this is, as I mentioned, this is the mean. This is the conglomeration of something like 50 odd ensemble members. So yeah, it's good agreement, starting to show that things are starting to improve, but it could take until the middle to latter part of next week. Longer term trends. So with that area of high pressure. It's looking as though this is at Maidstone. These are the trends. So as we've seen, quite a warm and humid day today and tomorrow. Temperatures cool off as we've seen throughout the course of the weekend with those more northerlies. But then next week, day on day, those temperatures start to increase again. So by the time we get to the 17th, the 18th and the 19th, so quite high temperatures on offer. But there is still some variability in those spikes. of confidence has to be low. But as we get closer to the event, obviously confidence will increase and we'll be able to put the forecast in with a bit more confidence. So that's your temperature, and that is at Maidstone. We'll have a look at the precipitation spikes over the course of the next couple of weeks. Well, quite wet, isn't it, today? And there's going to be some more rain around the 12th over the course of the weekend, as we said, in the form of those showers, and potentially again the early part of next week up to the 16th, 17th. But then there is a bit of a drying trend thereafter. So that's where that area of high pressure is coming in. And if we just take a look at the sea level pressure, you will notice that, yeah, we're fairly low at the moment. There is a slight increase very briefly over the next couple of days. It dips off over the weekend with the area of low pressure close to the North Sea. But once again, the overall trend is up, isn't it? If you look at that black line, that is the mean of all of those. And there is definitely a bit of a trend for something a little bit sort of more settled in terms of pressure as we reach the end of next week. This goes out to the 24th, 25th, and naturally, you're talking 16 days. Very, very difficult at this stage to forecast with any confidence. But let's just get to that 17th to 19th period. Let's get the building blocks in place, and hopefully things will start to settle down. I hope you found the forecast useful. Suffice to say, I'll be doing the usual day on day stuff over there on Facebook. But in the meantime, yeah, if this is what you like and this is what you rely on, then I think I'll be back again probably towards the end of the week, Saturday, looking at the longer term trends thereafter. Thanks all very much. Have a lovely day, and ciao for now.